So apparently I don't know how to speak. This is the last time I'm gonna try to film this. This week I'm reviewing The Hunter's Moon by O.R. Melling, and I went to the Nerd Fighter Ning and I posted a thread asking people to recommend some fantasy, and I got a lot of responses. So I went to my library's website and I just started typing in some of the stuff that they had mentioned, author names or titles, and I needed something that was already in stock, not on hold or checked out, because you never know how long that's going to take with some things, and I wanted to be sure that I got it. So one of the few ones that I had found that wasn't on hold or checked out or had to be shipped from any of the other libraries was The Hunter's Moon. So the premise of the book is that two cousins, Finevere and Guinevere, who live across the Atlantic Ocean from each other, go on a trip through the Irish countryside to try to find evidence of fairies and magic and such. And they do. And Finevere gets kidnapped by the fairies. And Guinevere has to try to find her and rescue her cousin. The book is very straightforward. Of course, with anything, you can always go a little more in depth with the book, but this one is very basic. I'd say that I probably would have enjoyed this book most when I was 11 to 14, though if the age of the characters is anything to go by, 16, then maybe some people will enjoy it to maybe 16 or something, but I found that it was very lacking in depth. Good examples are Gwyn meets someone who helps her, and then she goes about her way, and then later on in the book, she thinks things like, well, my friend Katie would say this and that, such and such in this kind of situation, and she would never back down from a fight, or I don't know, but this person is someone that she only met for, say, a few hours, maybe, and then she went on trying to find her cousin, and you can't really become friends in that amount of time, or know someone so well that you can say, as Katie would say, da 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 da. It doesn't work like that, and a lot of the book I found was very simplistic in that manner. It also didn't have the traditional Seelie and Unseelie courts of the fairies, which is one of the things I really like about fairy tales, modern fairy tales, is, I don't know, the dynamics between the Seelie and the Unseelie court, which, if you've never read fairy fantasy, isn't going to make much sense necessarily, except you know that they're two different courts of fairy. But they're really good. I really like them. This one was very basic, though. So if you are in that 11 to 14 age group, then I recommend reading this. You'll probably enjoy it. Other than that, probably not. It's a quick, easy read. Something you can do in a day. But why necessarily spend a day reading something that's easy for you when you could be putting it towards reading a more challenging book? Or at least that's how I see it. I like reading challenging things. So yes, not, it's an easy book, not something you can go very in depth with. Or I could, but I just don't feel like looking that hard. Next week, I don't know what I will be reviewing yet. I'm just going to continue to go through the thread that I posted in the Ning and start typing in titles and authors and see which ones are at my local library, not checked out, that I can just get immediately. As for Friday's video, my birthday video, thank you so much. That was really sweet, and I heart it like that. And and so yes, thank you so much. I loved it immensely. I know this was short, but I'll see you all next week.